My name is Julie McCan. I'm one of the trainers with the Get You in Shape team, bringing you your fitness tip for the month, and just in time for the holidays. I say that because I've had several clients ask me about activity trackers or fitness bands. I've seen many of you already wearing them, including myself. They've really come to my awareness in the last 6 months or so, and I believe have kind of proliferated the market over the last 12 months. We've seen many more entrants into the marketplace. In fact, what I'm trying to do with this tip is help simplify your shopping if you're planning to get one for yourself or you're looking to give to someone for a holiday gift. So that said, I'm not going to go through each band one by one because per my count as of this morning, I've come across about 10 different models. What I have done, though, is provide a nice write-up or a summary chart of the basic functions and capabilities, basic pros and cons of those fitness bands, and a link to their website so that you can explore a little bit more once you've narrowed it down based on some basic things that I'm going to review in this video tip. So there are probably 4 or 5 categories that I would start with in terms of narrowing down your decision. The first one, and maybe not in any particular order, is pricing. These devices range anywhere from $50 to $200. That may be a lot to somebody. As far as a big range, may not be a big deal to others. But $50 being an entry level, I found that they were clip-on devices, a little bit bigger, and a little bit less functionality. At the higher end, you're going to find the actually bigger devices as well, more like a watch, but provides quite a bit of capability and some interesting features. So look at the price point that you're trying to target in on. I think around $100 to $120 is probably a good range if you want a realistic range for a good device. The next thing you might want to look at is the comfort, the usability when you're wearing it, and what it looks like on. Jawbone Up makes a very slick-looking device. It's very thin. It wraps around your wrist quite easily, and it comes in a lot of cool colors. Other devices only come in one color or maybe a couple different colors in terms of the band if you're going to wear it on your wrist. The other part of usability is, do you want to wear it on your wrist or do you want it clipped on so it's out of sight? So that might be one factor to help narrow down your research as well. Not all devices come in clip-ons. Most all of them are some type of band. So that may lead us to another category to think about, and that's accuracy. Because from the research I've seen, there's one link I'll point you to that did some research and compared against 4 of the bands that have been kind of out in the market the longest, and that is the Fitbit bands, the Nike bands, the Basis band, and I believe the Lark Fit. I'm not 100% sure on those, but what they do is the research compares the actual number of steps taken to how many steps the device measured, and there's quite a range of variation on that. So you may want to look at that research if that's going to be important to you, or if you can handle a little fudge room because you're not caring about down to the 10th point on how accurate the device is. You may want to overlook that based on the overall functionality, but at least something to look at. Another category to look at is synchronization or syncing. How does the device and how quickly does the device sync to your mobile device so that you can get a readout of information in a full dashboard view. Some of the devices require you to plug into your smartphone. Takes a little bit longer to upload and sync. Some of them use the Bluetooth capability and sync very, very quickly. So that, to the researchers, was probably one of the biggest deal breakers on most devices in terms of how they rated it. And also, you can take synchronization a step further, and how well does the device sync to third-party apps that you use, such as MyFitnessPal and Runkeeper, 2 of which I use. I want a universal synchronization of that data so I'm getting accurate net calories in MyFitnessPal when I'm logging calories, and actual information in my Runkeeper compared to my Fitbit. So that's something you want to look at as well. Another component is what you're using it for, what kind of activity. You wear these devices all the time, but if you're a swimmer, not all these devices are waterproof. There's just a few out there that are fully waterproof. In fact, one of the new models that came out, I think it's called Misfit band, and it's made in the UK. It looks pretty sleek and cool. It's waterproof as well as the Nike band and the Lark Fit, I believe, as well as the Polar band. So you may want to eliminate all the others and just compare those four. In my opinion, the Nike band and the Polar band would be a great band for a youthful gift recipient. When I say that, because they're kind of cool looking, they're made to look very high tech, give you some great words of encouragement as you're wearing them. They're fully waterproof, so you can't wreck them by jumping in a pool, or if you're a swimmer, it would be great for that use as well. So that said, just sort of summing it up, in terms of the research that I've looked at, when you think about comfort, ease of use, synchronization, accuracy, and price point, the Fitbit model came on top with a couple of well-known resources that I found on the web. And I say well-known based on how they do their research. Now, again, several of them were very close seconds, and it had to do with the synchronizing of the device. They didn't like how, for instance, the Jawbone Up requires you to plug in and sync to a device, but that may not bother you. So you may be more important about how it looks on your wrist. So again, you need to look at this based on your use and your needs, and hopefully these categories will help you narrow in very quickly to which device is the best for you or your gift recipient. So at the end of the day, I hope this information is useful and it helps you streamline your holiday shopping experience. So with that said, have a great day and happy holidays.